The Ferrari driven by Lewis Hamilton is about to receive a set of changes that could completely shift the team's direction, and everyone within the Italian squad knows how important this is. After a long period watching their top driver struggle with a car that simply refuses to deliver consistent competitiveness, the Maranello team is finally preparing to take a step forward. However, this is not just a simple component upgrade. What is scheduled to debut in Imola was developed in total secrecy with one specific goal: to reveal the true potential of the partnership between Hamilton and his new machine, the most talked-about car of the current season. So far, the performances have been disappointing for anyone with championship ambitions. Lewis's dissatisfaction has been growing quietly but steadily. Every radio communication, every media interview, and every underwhelming qualifying session tells the same story. This is not the car he committed to. And now, with the team slipping further into the midfield, internal pressure is mounting daily, and the demands coming from inside and outside the team are intensifying like never before. Meanwhile, Ferrari's engineers continue working tirelessly. They are immersed in performance charts, reviewing race footage, and analyzing every corner in detail, trying to understand where everything started to fall apart. The analysis has pointed to several weaknesses that the team now believes it has clearly identified and is ready to address. This weekend represents a fork in the road. It will either mark the beginning of a turnaround or the definitive collapse. That is why this upgrade goes beyond technical aspects like rear-end grip and corner exits. It represents an attempt to restore Hamilton's confidence in the project and prove that the team can deliver a car worthy of a driver with 7 world titles. If you are following this journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch until the end, because what happens in this Grand Prix may define the Italian team's future in the 2025 championship. Ferrari is not taking just another technical package to Imola. They are bringing the most decisive set of changes Hamilton has received since he put on the red racing suit. The timing could not be more critical. This move goes beyond mechanical tweaks. It is the team's boldest attempt yet to finally deliver what their champion has been asking for since the start of the campaign. Because these modifications could be the turning point between a successful season and one of the biggest disappointments in recent Formula One history. The technical intervention is precise: stability corrections, better tire wear management, and improvements in low-speed cornering. 3 areas where the car's performance repeatedly failed Hamilton are now being addressed with absolute priority. Among the changes are a newly designed floor to improve airflow direction, a complete overhaul of the rear suspension geometry to enhance stability during acceleration, and adjustments to the cooling system to manage rear tire temperature during intense battles. These updates were tailor-made for Hamilton, the result of extensive data analysis and technical feedback gathered over several races. A clear example is Miami. During qualifying, the British driver lost more than 0.3 of a second to Verstappen in the first sector, not due to lack of skill, but because the car lacked precision under braking. It was inconsistent mid-corner, unstable on exit, and showed signs of overheating at the rear. On average, Hamilton was nearly 1 second per lap slower than Oscar Piastri. It was a car that not only struggled but actively resisted being driven at a competitive level. This is the situation Ferrari is determined to change, and they have decided to act decisively. The components developed for Imola were prioritized after a detailed analysis of the events in Miami and also in Shanghai. They are not generic solutions, but rather calculated responses to critical pain points, the kind of evolution capable of restoring harmony between driver and machine. Although Frédéric Vasseur has downplayed the significance of the upgrade publicly, describing it as a modest step forward, behind the scenes the urgency is unmistakable. This weekend must be a turning point, not just for scoring points in the championship, but to prove that the team can still operate at the level expected by a world champion. If the car becomes more predictable under braking, more consistent through corners, and more balanced with the tires, everything changes. Because when Hamilton feels connected to the car, he becomes a real threat. And here's a crucial point: Hamilton does not need the fastest car on the grid to achieve something remarkable. He just needs a machine that responds to his commands with precision and offers confidence, not fear. So far, the Ferrari has been inconsistent, fast on one lap, unpredictable on the next. But this new package is designed to change that dynamic. This will be the first time in 2025 that Hamilton receives a package developed specifically for his driving style. That means quicker steering response, more stable rear end, and smoother weight transfer through corners. It is the kind of technical refinement great drivers expect to receive. The moment when the car stops being an obstacle and becomes their main weapon. And if these changes deliver even a fraction of what they promise, a few tenths per lap, more tire consistency, and a more reactive handling, then Hamilton might finally be back in the fight. Not just against Red Bull, but also against McLaren, and against everyone who claimed that joining Ferrari was a strategic mistake. With the spotlight now on Imola, the equation becomes clear. Either the performance improves, or the criticisms of the team's leadership, and Hamilton's decision will grow even louder, because this is not just another chapter. It is a defining event, and everyone in Maranello knows it. The upcoming races promise to be the most revealing of Hamilton's journey with the Italian team. Imola will test whether the balance and grip issues that have plagued the car since the start of the season can finally be resolved. Then comes Monaco, a track that punishes lack of traction and rewards precision. If the changes to the car provide predictability, we will clearly see that in action there. And shortly after, Barcelona, where the new regulations on front-wing flexibility could redefine the performance of the entire grid. However, beyond the technical challenge, there is also a strong psychological element. Hamilton needs to feel like he is part of a structure that is moving forward. The frustrated radio messages captured in Miami and the cautiously optimistic tone in his interviews suggest that he is walking a fine line between belief and disappointment. If this weekend's results are even marginally positive, it could reignite that belief and give Ferrari the push it needs before the most demanding triple header on the European calendar. Meanwhile, Ferrari's engineering team has no illusion. They know this is a race against time. McLaren is gaining ground, Mercedes is improving week by week, and Red Bull remains the benchmark. Hamilton's car does not just need to improve, it needs to do so consistently across circuits with very different characteristics. That means this upgrade package cannot merely be decent, it must be transformative in every detail and application, with absolute focus on performance, adaptability, and real-time feedback. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Ferrari and Hamilton will finally find the right path? Will this be the turning point that unleashes the true potential of the car, or just another missed opportunity in a campaign already marked by immense pressure? Like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned, because what comes next may rewrite the destiny not only of Lewis Hamilton's season, but also of Ferrari's future in Formula One.